Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They'll also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Mase and Cam.
Killa was good,
what
man.
Up, man. I'm happy we all back in the studio, man. We having some good shows, but, you know, I'm happy to see you guys, man. I'm really happy, man.
Yeah.
Word. Stat, you know Mace cameraman name? He brought him back.
Yeah.
What's his name? You can say it right. What is it? You said it right. What is it?
He's back.
What's his name, though?
D King.
D King.
He's
Pause.
back in the studio.
That man's name is D King.
Because when you say it out loud, it's just like, that doesn't sound right, but it's his name.
That's why he keep whispering his name. He proud of him. He proud of it. Brooklyn niggas. D King. Marcy in the building. D King. Pause. Nah, King is cool. I ain't see him in a minute. I just want to fuck with him. Pause. How you been? You been good? That's what's up, man.
Yeah, let's actually talk about that. Before we even get into the questions, like elephant in the room, you were on another show.
Yeah, I came. I didn't even go home last night because I went to the studio. I washed up though, so I'm good. I ain't gonna explain none of that. But yeah, man, you know, you was gonna say something? Oh no, I seen your hand. Yeah, no, they invited me on the show to talk about what's going on with Diddy and all that. And then my thing about it was, Mace Stat, is that they didn't invite me on to say about how successful our show is or the positive stuff we do in the community, how every day, 5 days a week, Mace talks to kids on a Zoom call. Mace doesn't even promote this. I'm going to promote this for Mace, is that every day at 5 o'clock, it don't matter what's going on, what's happening, where he's at. It could be money involved, it could be a photo shoot, it could be whatever. He stops what he's doing to talk to kids around the world about being positive and doing what they believe in and so on and so forth. And to the point where, you know, one day he was at my house and he told me, "Cam, you can't make no noise. Don't come in. I'm not playing with you." Like, that's how serious, no, but seriously, that's how serious he takes what he does. And we do all these positive things, and you call me on CNN for the bullshit, I'm going to give you the bullshit. That's just what's going to happen. So we got some free promo. I teased the Pink Horsepower. They tried to bring up when Mace bought me the Biggie instead of Puff. And I said, yeah, if you seen it, what you asking me about it for? Like, nigga, it was self-explanatory. So I got us some free promo. I didn't get the shout out to Dipset Couture. Make sure you go online to dipsetcouture.us to order some shirts and everything else. But yeah, I just felt that you try to use me, pause, to whatever Diddy going through to down him. And listen, the video, I don't support it. I don't believe in domestic violence. I don't believe in anything that has to do with being a pedophile. I don't believe in sex trafficking. I think what I seen the video was egregious, and the charges are fucked up. They're really fucked up. Oh, wait, but nigga, I said what I said. I gave a disclaimer at the beginning. Then we got on the commercial. That was that. So that's how that went yesterday, man. I don't know why they didn't watch 60 Minutes. They didn't watch Bill O'Reilly. This is what I do on them joints, boys. Y'all keep inviting me up to Fox, CNN, 60 Minutes. Y'all already know what the resume is with them shows with me. But yeah, that's what happened, Stat.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure a lot of people had a lot of questions, so I just wanted you to clarify up here. But you guys know we film 5 times a week. He had the Pink Horsepower up there. Y'all seen it. And if you haven't seen the video, it's on Cam's page. You can go to his Instagram and check it out. And
Right.
also, again, shout out to Mase for
Yeah.
always being positive and doing good things, because that's what we do over here.
Right. And real quick before you move on, that's what I really want to focus on, because I know we play and joke a lot, but y'all call us up there for that and don't invite us to talk about shit that's positive. Y'all y'all called me like this. We did this in less than 24 hours. You could have called us up for a bunch of positive different things that we do, but we want to play games. That's what you got. That's just what it is. And I don't think we was playing games. I just went up there to promote all the different things that we have going on.
That's what's up.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
And I'm saving my takes for the documentary.
Yeah.
So if y'all wondering how I feel, it's coming soon. Pause.
Yeah.
Businessmen, y'all. Okay, so first question, looking ahead, really looking to tonight, the Eastern Conference Finals. Tonight, Game 1, Celtics versus Pacers. Definitely want a definitive answer, because I know we're always like, oh, it could be this, could be. People want you guys' answers. Who do you guys have winning? Who do you guys feel like has the upper hand in this Game 1?
They know my answers already. They want Cam's answers. They know where Titletown stands.
Do we?
Where's Telltale's on the move? So do y'all want blue for a reason? Where do you stand? I don't know where you stand at. If you want me to go first, I will, but I have no idea.
Yeah, go first.
All right, cool. I'll go first because Titletown wasn't on the move. Now it's on the move. I think that the Boston Celtics will win this series, but I don't think they'll win Game 1. Porzingis is out at least 2 games. I believe that Indiana is coming off the momentum of getting that one victory in the Garden. You know, that was a hill that they had to climb up because the previous 3 wins were at home. And for that core to win in the Garden, because the Garden, listen, when the Garden and the Knicks are winning, that shit may be the best arena in the world to play at as a basketball player. Because when the Knicks are rocking, it's just one thing. But for them to come out and get that victory definitively, they're taking that energy into the Boston Garden. And I know they've been practicing, but they had a few days off. And sometimes rest definitely helps. But Indiana's young, and I think that they'll take this Game 1. It's a bunch of different scenarios me and Nick was talking about before we filmed the show, or how all these scenarios with the last 4 teams is like Siakam didn't play when they played the Boston Celtics the first time, or Jason Tatum didn't play this game, or Jalen, it's always something, because people forget because so long ago, and I know it doesn't count now. Remember, everybody was so excited when the Lakers won the championship, the in-season championship. Now niggas not giving a fuck about the in-season championship. But the reason I brought that up is because the Indiana Pacers is the team that sent the Boston Celtics home in the in-season tournament. Overall, I think Boston's going to win the series, but if we're talking about Game 1, I'm going to give it to Indiana, and Porzingis will be back Game 3 no matter what the series is at.
Yeah, it seems like right now, if I had to go with what people are saying, everybody pretty much think that Boston is going to win in 6 games. I think the way that they played in the Garden may have changed things, because if they could take that confidence into the Boston Garden and get 1, they probably can push it to a Game 7 or try to win it, because right now, Indiana, I don't think they have enough firepower, but that will be like the biggest thing they could pull off is the win against Boston at this point. If they could win in 7 games, that would be great. But I don't think the world want to see Indiana versus Minnesota. I really believe it's going to be Minnesota and the Celtics. That's what I would go with right now. I think this is the time that the duo between Tatum and Brown got to step up, and Holiday got to earn his check. This is the series where Holiday earn his check. If you're watching this, Holiday, you got to stop Halliburton. If you don't stop Halliburton, this is going to be a long series. That's what I really believe.
And also to add on to that, Derek White's been playing sensational. Al Horford's been playing really good. They really, they only lost 2 games in the playoffs so far, but you're right, 100%. Halliburton been catching fire the last couple games. And but to me, even with Halliburton, just my opinion on him, and he could go for 30. He's plays so much in the offense. I don't know if he's one of them players. I brought it up on another show. If you could be like, clear it out.
Yeah.
I mean, you think is he a clear it out person to you, or is he so good in the offense that he
just get a bucket?
Yeah, he's like,
but it's not cleared out.
Right, that's what I was wondering.
It's really in the system, and that's one thing that we look for is for superstar guards and people to come alive, pause in the big games, and that's what he did. He came really pause alive in that game, and if he could take that and duplicate that in the Boston series, that would be a great series.
And then looking at all the teams, obviously, at this point so far, do you guys feel like the Celtics have had the easiest road to the finals? Not even just in this series, just in recent years in general. So that's the debate that a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, and I think that could come back to be a problem because when you haven't, really fought anyone and then somebody just punch you in the mouth, then it changes everything. So I'm really looking forward to Halliburton coming out and playing good. If he comes out and play good, this is going to be a different series.
Yeah, they had the easiest road in the playoffs, but that's why you have the best record in the regular season. That's what it's about. Having the best record in the regular season so that you could play the easiest games in the playoffs. Look, let's think about this. With the play-in now, everybody makes it to the playoffs but 8 teams. So you got 10 teams in the East, 10 teams in the West. Everybody has a chance. It isn't like it's just 8 teams. A lot of teams make it to the playoffs. It isn't like football. Football, you got 30 teams and maybe, 12 teams and make it. More than half the NBA makes it to the playoffs one way or another. And when I say the playoffs, the play-in included. So when you have such a great regular season record, yes, it should be the easiest road to get to the championship. But Mase made a great point. When you play another gritty team that's on the rise and want to beat you, pause. You have to be ready for that too. What was it last year? The Heat won. He sent niggas home, and they was a playing team.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a great point as well. It's teams that's gritty that want to beat your ass, but if you're coming in number 1 in the whole NBA and the closest team in the Eastern Conference is 14, 15, 16 games behind you, it should be easy.
And Stack, can you pull up where does the Celtics rank in defense?
Yeah.
Because when it comes to championship teams, you gotta be at least in the top 10 in defense.
Yeah.
So if they're not playing top 10 defense, then they're gonna have to change that around. Because I don't remember no team winning the championship that wasn't top 10 in defense.
Yeah, they're actually first.
They're first?
Yeah.
The thing about it is Boston is first in defense, and the Pacers was number 1 in offense during the regular season.
Yeah, so that's a good battle right there.
Yeah, we gonna see.
Are you going with good defense or good offense? You ever had a nigga play perfect pause, good defense?
Yeah,
shot still going.
That's what they say. They say when niggas, they'll sit there and say, that was great defense. It was just better offense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got the best defense in the world, hand in the face, pause. Don't let him get by. But if he makes a shot, it's just better offense.
And then actually in that game versus the Knicks, the Pacers broke the record for the highest field goal percentage in NBA playoff history, shooting 67% from the field. So a lot of people are thinking it could be a cakewalk, but I think, like you guys said, it's definitely going to be a bit of a challenge on both ends. So we'll see.
I hope it's better offense.
What Boston's going to have to do, and I'm pretty sure that they know they watch film, is that your transition defense is going to have to be immaculate because Indiana's going to want to run. Whether you score or don't score, they're taking the ball out and going up the court. That's why they're the number 1 offense. They want to run. So your transition defense is going to have to be impeccable. We'll see what happens.
And let me ask you this. Is this the final straw for the Boston Celtics if they don't win?
If you asking me, I would say no. As me watching the Celtics, I'll be like, man,
Yeah.
whatever. But if you're asking as far as the team in general, he just signed Jaylen Brown for $325 million. Tatum's going to get re-signed for probably $360. So if you're talking about that core, because when I think of Boston, I think of those two, whether Jaylen Brown is Batman and Tatum is Robin, whatever. I'm just talking about those two. You're going to have over $600 million next year invested in those two players. So if anything goes astray and they don't win, those two aren't going anywhere. Maybe the pieces around them may go somewhere else, but those two are not going anywhere for the foreseen future.
Yeah, I'm saying, but is it time for them that they better win?
They better win this year. Yeah,
like that's what I'm saying.
Well, this is the thing about
Niggas
it.
is spending a lot of money.
Well, and for me, it's chemistry as well. And I'm not just saying player chemistry. 2 years ago, you had 3 years ago, you had Brad Stevens. Then you got Neil Longhusband, or baby father. Now you got the coach that's there now. And I always mess his name up. That's why I called him Neil Longfather. Then baby dad, whatever, husband. And then you have this coach who's there now for the second year. And when you play in different systems, sometimes it's like, yo, come on, man. This ain't going to work for us, or this is going to work for us. Or you got to learn your personnel or who you're dealing with. So I don't want to sit there and say it's over, because let's think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even when it comes to the Denver Nuggets, that core before they won the championship been together 4 or 5 years, 6 years, with the same coach at the coach. So it took them 4, 5, 6 years to get that championship. Me in high school, I had 5 coaches, man. That shit was annoying. You know what I'm saying? It was. Before I got to Mase Center, I got a coach in 9th grade. I was at a different school. I get to Mase Center. My first coach is a brackhead. My second coach has sex with a student. My third coach, who wanted us to wear ties every day, he gets into a fight with a student. He gets kicked out. The athletic director became a coach. And then last year, we had like a physical fitness nigga named Mr. Jackson. No disrespect, Mr. Jackson, wanted us to jump rope and all type of shit. Like, yo, how am I get chemistry when I just named 6 coaches in 4 years? You can't get no rhythm like that, bro. You can't. And it's not the NBA. You gotta, and you can't redshirt. And we didn't have COVID years to take off. You gotta figure this out in the 4 years, man. It's crazy.
Great point. Okay, and then for the Western Conference Finals, Game 1 won't be until Wednesday. We got the Mavs versus the Timberwolves. Who do you guys got?
Well, I want Dallas to win. I mean, I would hope Dallas win, but I think Minnesota just seemed like they're steamrolling. But this is an interesting. I don't mean to flip flop, but this is an interesting series because it just depends on who gets going out of Luka and Ant-Man, because it can go either way. I could really say Ant-Man, then Luka get going crazy, and it's really Dallas. But I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
Yeah, this is a really interesting series because I really like Dallas's front court. Gafford and the trades they made. And I know we focus on Kyrie Irving and Luka a lot because, as we should, they're the superstars of that team. Not just stars, they're both superstars. But the pieces they put around them.
PJ Washington.
Yes. Gafford, too, very athletic. And I'm so mad I can't think of homeboy.
Lively.
Center with the afro, he was killing the other day. So I think they have a lot of athleticism to go against Minnesota's front court with Cat and Rudy Gobert. I think it's a very interesting series. I think that Anthony Edwards is in a different zone to where he wants this moment. A lot of players at the moment, I'm not saying that they don't want it, and I'm not saying they shy away for it. They just like, all right, we here, let's do it. Now, some niggas like, yeah, they drooling, pause. After the Minnesota Timberwolves won the other night and beat Denver. And Anthony Edwards was asked about the series coming up. And his exact words, he said, well, y'all got Dallas, man. You ready? He said, man, I can't wait. My matchup is Kyrie Irving. I can't wait. I'm like, oh, really? He said that on live TV. So he wants these problems. After the game, he said, yeah, I put Jamal Murray in handcuffs in the second half.
Why did he say Kyrie and not Luka?
He said it's matter. Kyrie's the 2.
Oh.
So, I mean, if we going by height, cool. But, if we going by position, pause, he's saying that. But listen, even if it's Luka, to me, and don't get me wrong, Luka does amazing shit. Luka's super amazing. But Kyrie's a problem to guard, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, like for you to even say that, yo, I don't know if y'all seen when he did the PJ Tucker last series, but he did some wild disrespectful shit to PJ Tucker. Shout out to PJ, that's my man. Pause. But at the end of the day, for you to even want to be potentially put in the blender, you crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And that means your confidence is up. Your confidence is really high because Luka can score on you. Luka's a bigger guard, and I think that's a better matchup from the guard because they're close in height. And
because then if Mike Conley got to guard Luka, that's a bucket.
Right. So I think they'll figure it out. But I'm just saying, the point being is, after the post game, he said, my matchup is Kyrie, so I'm excited. And that's players who want it. And players like him aren't around anymore because they're so media trained, if you want to say media trained, or they say want to be professional or whatever. It's refreshing, and I know that Adam Silver and the NBA probably aren't excited about some of the shit that he say, but it's refreshing to see somebody say what's on their mind at the time.
And welcome the challenge.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley said, well, I ain't been to Minnesota in about 20 years. Nigga said, bring your ass, man. I told Charles Barkley that, like, he really wants to be that nigga, and it shows. So I'm excited about that.
Though. That's crazy.
I said pause, and if you want to pause somebody, pause Charles Barkley. He said it.
Yeah, Charles, Shaq, you definitely got to pause that.
Yeah, so.
Okay. So Anthony Edwards, Luka, Jason Tatum, and Halliburton are all contenders to get their first title. In you guys' opinion, who do you think would have the better story?
You're putting me first for today. Okay. Who would I think would make the
Who'd have the best story? Like, who would you most want to see get their first title? Like, who has the situation that's like, this is the one that needs to win?
Out of who?
Halliburton, Jason Tatum, Luka, and Anthony Edwards.
Luka.
Okay, and why?
Just that's who I would want to see win it. I don't got all my story together yet. I think he's the best all around player out of all of them. When you think of and it would just be another foreigner got a championship, but that's where it's going. And I like to see somebody who stayed with a team, turned everything around with that team, lost with that team, cried with that team, and now it's a champion with that team. I think that says a lot. That's why.
Okay, and Cam?
I would say Luka if I had to. Luka or Halliburton, one or the other, because Anthony Edwards, he's supposed to be a franchise player. He's a number one pick. You know, it took a little while for people to catch on to him in the NBA, but he's the number one pick if y'all don't know, coming out of college. We've been waiting on Jason Tatum to deliver a championship for whatever reason, coach situation, the heart isn't there, whatever excuse people want to use for him to win a championship, and it just hasn't happened yet. When it comes to Luka, we talked about this, and when we deliver things, it may sound funny when we saying them and so on and so forth, but it's real. It's real. These players, the Joker, Luka, I'm not even going to go SGA or Jamal Murray because at least they're on the same continent. These players really leave their families for 8-9 months to come over here to make money and win a championship. It's good and the money and everything else, but their overall goal is to win a championship. And Luka's been a pro for a long time, so I think for his country, not just for him, people fight for their country. It's even like when Floyd fought, Floyd Mayweather I'm talking about. Floyd figured out after Oscar De La Hoya that I ain't fighting you American niggas no more. It's more chickens when I fight Ricky Hatton. Or it's more chicken when I fight, if I get Andre Berto to get Haiti involved. Or when I fight Oscar De La Hoya and it's a Mexican-American fighter and the numbers go up. Or when I fight, what's the UFC, Conor McGregor. Those are all international fights where you get those pay-per-view numbers. So I know it's different because I'm talking about boxing, but when these players come over here, most of the time when we win, we trying to go back to our block. Our city, yeah, Harlem. We did it for Harlem, nigga. Yeah, nigga. 40th, nigga, da. These niggas got a country behind them that they're trying to win for. So I would put him first, and I'll put Halliburton second because he was like almost quickly could have been forgotten about. He didn't start at Indiana.
Yeah.
You know, he got traded over there, and this one of them situations like, let's think about Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown was with Nuggets, won a championship, got traded to Indiana, or not traded, in free agency, went to Indiana, gets traded to Toronto, and now he may be traded. They don't know what to do with him when he was in a great system. If you don't get in the right system, you can be a great player and then just be forgotten about. And I think that he found the right system, Tyrese Halliburton. So I think it'll be amazing stories. I'm going off your question. I'm going off storyline of why those two would be my favorite to win the championship. Only purely off storyline.
Surprisingly, going off storyline, I actually got to go with Anthony Edwards because it's like first y'all beat the Suns, then you beat the defending champs, the Nuggets. Then if they were to go on and beat the Mavs, and then if they were to beat the Celtics, who have been at the top of the East this entire time, and to do it at 22 and trash talk everybody along the way, I just feel like that's super dope, especially since he's trying to prove himself. I mean, we saw him on air, talking to Charles Barkley. We saw him trash talking KD. Even in the crowd, like he was talking to this white man, talking about like, what's up, nigga? Like just all the things that he's done in between. Like that's not like the American dream, but it's definitely like,
it's
the Negro dream. Yeah.
It's
like a different type of storyline. Like I feel like that'd be fire. So
yeah,
I'm actually rooting for him to get it.
He just gotta stop having regular games in the big games. Like that's not Jordan like. He gotta really put his foot on the gas when it's the big game. Go out there and get 30 to 40 points, 40 preferably, and bring the championship home.
But if he's ready to go up against Kyrie and he's saying that televised live, same way he was talking about Jamal Murray before they beat the Nuggets, it just adds to the story. So maybe we'll see some from him.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely going to need 30 and 40 against Luka and Kyrie. He better not dare get 16 points.
Let me ask you something. I'll ask both of you guys. Do you guys watching the playoffs this year, do you miss LeBron, Curry, KD, the usual suspects that's in the playoffs, or are you enjoying them just as much without those guys?
That's a good question. I'm actually not missing them. I'm new school. What about you?
I actually am, because for me, I mean, I am new school, but like I feel like that's still like just a nostalgic memory. So I think just even having that realization that we are entering a new era is still one of those things that's hard to grasp. Because I mean, we saw things, well, at least I was seeing things that I hadn't seen before because Jordan wasn't really my era for real like that. So it's a weird adjustment, but I mean, I'm happy for both sides. It would be still dope to see, Steph Curry, LeBron in these spaces.
Against who, though? Who would you want to see home? Because in order for them to be playing, somebody that's playing would have to not be playing. So who would you like to swap them out for?
To go on, I mean, and nothing against the Mavs, but I thought it would have been really dope to see OKC and the Timberwolves because I still think that they are the new hotness.
Yeah.
So for me, I would have swapped out the Mavs personally.
For the Lakers?
Well, I wanted to see OKC. Lakers, it's still like 80. I still feel some type of way about their team right now. Not that they are a bad team for Lakers fans, but They just weren't giving me what I wanted to see.
Yeah, but you said you wanted to see them in the playoffs.
Well,
so
I
who
would
are
have
you
wanted to
sending
see like
home?
a Steph Curry, like, because that's one of my favorite players. Not
Yeah.
that LeBron isn't. Got to clarify that, but
Yeah, you
like it
gotta
would have been dope
clarify
to
that.
see Curry. So that's how I feel about it. But you had a question before I go.
No, it was my question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
I don't miss them. And it just goes to show, don't get me wrong, if they there, but it just goes to show nobody's bigger than the brand.
Yeah.
That's where it goes. Like, yo, when Michael Jordan retired, we were sad, but nobody stopped watching. Kobe left, we was upset, nobody stopped watching. Shaquille left, nobody stopped watching. Dirk Nowitzki going, nobody stopped watching. We seen some great people retire over the years, and the brand still keeps branding.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what happens is for people like Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, people that I would have loved to see in the playoffs, and I was kind of upset at the beginning of the playoffs that they wasn't moving to the next round or whatever, but I done got comfortable, and now I'm cool with not seeing them, but that's on them to let fans get comfortable watching other players. And now you sitting there, I see them tweeting about the players that they're watching, which is great support, and it is what it is. But as far as in the beginning, I was like, damn, they're not going to be in it. But now I'm very, very much interested, and it gives us a chance to see some of the new players and superstars that's rising that we could look forward to next year, because it creates another storyline during the regular season, if you ask me. It's a situation where they like, LeBron playing OKC. Now it's not just a forget it game. It isn't like, because you might not have cared about it. Now you know OKC. Yeah. Now you like, oh shit. Or you sit there and say Golden State is going to play Minnesota. Oh, well, it's over for Golden State. They can't fuck with Minnesota. It creates storylines because now you're familiar with new players that the general or casual fan may not have been used to coming into the playoffs. You got a lot of fans who casually watch, tune in every 10, 15 games, see what's going on. And then when the playoffs start, they like, what you mean the Pelicans is playing? Where the fuck is KD or where the fuck is LeBron? Yeah. So now you're watching this and you're getting familiar. Think about this. I'm not going to even sit here and act like I was an expert on it, but even though the Knicks are eliminated, and because we're from New York, you got to get familiar with DiVincenzo or Josh Hart or OG, and it makes you say, okay, Julius Randle's hurt. Okay, what's going to go on next year? It gives you more players to get familiar with leading into next season.
Yeah, and it gives the opportunity for new niggas to get disrespectful. Now it's OKC versus LeBron. His name's second. Man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the person leading the pack pause of the new young niggas at this particular point talks wild shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like all that. Pause.
Okay, and then on the opposite end, what do you guys feel like has the least entertaining storyline? Like, who are you least interested to see win their first title?
I know it's kind of different than what Killa said, but I would be least interested to see Indiana win it, because if the finals is Indiana and Minnesota, just think ratings wise. Man, nobody's watching that. It would be bad for TV. Probably it would. Because you think about, they both got great fans, but I'm talking about from a global perspective. You don't think of Indiana and Minnesota. They're pretty close, and that would be weird.
I wouldn't downplay anybody for making it to the championship or won the championship because it's hard, but I have to agree with Mase. If we're talking from a rating standpoint, I think the ratings will be lower with Indiana winning a championship.
Okay. And then the all-rookie first team was announced, including rookies Wemby, Chet, Triple J, Brandon Miller, and Brandon Podomemski. What do you guys think of the team released?
She couldn't wait to say Triple J was in there.
That's just what was there, just coincidentally. Shout out to the people.
Nick, you hear this? She couldn't wait to say Triple J. What do I think about this? I think the first two definitely we knew that coming into the year that Chet was going to be there. We knew Wemby was going to be there, and Brandon as well. But it's amazing that he got some votes to be in second on the second team. And then your boy Triple J, I have to give you that credit. I did not know who Triple J is, but right here it's only got 2 J's. Where did they get the third J from, Pauls?
What do you mean?
Where do you get is it Junior?
He's a junior.
Yeah, Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Oh. Why is the J silent? Shouldn't it be HJJ?
I don't know. You speak Spanish, not me.
Good one. I like that.
Good one. Is that, yeah. Okay, you quick on your feet. Yeah, I was thinking like when they made up this team that I definitely thought that Lively should have been on the first team, but somehow they put him on the second team. I thought Lively should have been on the first team.
To replace who?
Brandon from Golden State. I definitely thought Lively should have been on the team. But like Killa said, it's not about what they do in the playoffs. It's about what they do in the regular season. But this is where this gets confusing because when I'm watching the playoffs, I'm like, man, he got to be in the first team for the rookies, and that wasn't the case during the year. So I see where that confusion is coming in. But do you think that Chet at some point should have won that, or you just think that Wemby was that much better than Chet this year?
I mean, I think it's if you're asking me, right?
Yes.
I think it's circumstantial. I think Chet is an amazing player, and obviously they got along farther considering the team that he has. But at the end of the day, Wemby's still a generational talent, and the odds were in his favor, and they're going to continue to be.
Yeah, I don't think we give Wemby enough credit because when you think of Wemby was second to being the the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
So I think that get played down more than it should because he did 21 points, 10 rebounds, and then he got almost 4 blocks. But then to think that he was second in defense this whole year is an amazing accomplishment. So, I mean, he could have really been Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, first team. He could have been a lot of things. Pause.
Bitch, ring the bell. Ring the bell. Trying to get you in.
You're pointing at me.
I get a little light. When this whole rookie list, all I'm going to say is, my phrase is bowl, man.
Bowl.
Niggas sucking dick, I get it. That's all I got to say.
Yo, Bowl was wild for that.
Niggas said niggas sucking dick, I get it. It's cool.
I get it.
I don't really care about this rookie list, I'm going to be honest. Mase was very... he gave a great take on it, better than I got, because I know Chet's making it. I know Wemby's making it. It's definitely stat. Can't wait for the Jaime nigga for us to be on this shit. I don't really.
Yeah, are you going back to the Miami Heat next year?
I am a Heat fan. I never left.
Right now?
I never left.
You
I'm not
all
leaving.
Smiling because he made first
No,
team.
I'm laughing at that question because why would I leave the Heat? I never left.
It didn't feel like that last week.
I could say the same thing to you, Mase.
I'm consistent.
Okay.
You're consistently switching up. I'll tell you that. He's definitely consistent. You're not lying.
Okay. We're going to go to break, and when we return, we will discuss Tom Brady's advice to rookies. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. Wanna be free. Why am I in this woman? She wanna be free. Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, then it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about you.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. So tonight, the Pacers will play the Celtics. Underdog fantasy has Jason Tatum at 45.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Do you have higher or lower, Mase?
Lower.
Lower.
45 is way too high, man. Y'all bugging out.
Okay. Halliburton's at 8 assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Lower.
Lower.
Okay. And Jaylen Brown is at 6.5 rebounds. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Higher. No, that's about right. Lower.
Yeah, lower.
Okay. Download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. So recently, Tom Brady was giving advice to rookies at a luncheon with Jay-Z and Michael Rubin talking about the mindset heading into your first year. He told them, you guys are making it too much about I and me because of social media and branding. When you have 53 guys on the team, you think it's about you. It ain't about you. It's about us. So hearing that quote, obviously he said a lot of different things, but what do you guys think of that piece of advice that he gave the rookies at the luncheon?
Stat, I was just thinking about something. You said you didn't switch up.
Okay.
You left the Steelers for the Ravens.
I did not
last
leave.
week.
I did not leave. I literally borrowed a jersey that y'all said, don't borrow no jerseys no more. You got enough money to do that, which is correct.
So you didn't have on a Ravens outfit.
I didn't say I didn't. I did. I have a jersey because I look good in it. So I posted it on Instagram.
Yeah, because you try to act like you don't be switching up.
I don't switch up. I've consistently been rooting for the Heat, and I'm consistently going room for the Steelers. That's what it's always going to be, that black and yellow. But that jersey, I just look good in the jersey. That was it. That was it.
If that's what you want to go with, Stat. I'm gonna tell you like Cam said, do you know that people can see you?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're watching you.
Yeah. And they was on it too.
Yeah, they were. Them, my father, everybody was on me.
Stat, everybody saw you.
Yeah.
So okay, you still a fan.
I'm always gonna be a Steelers fan.
All right. And you're from Miami.
I'm not from Miami. I'm from Tampa.
Okay.
Born in Jacksonville. Grew up in Miami.
All right, I'm just checking. The Buccaneers, the Jaguars.
You were a Jaguars fan at 1.2.
I'm just making sure that I'm not on display right now. You are. They're checking for you.
I don't think anybody's checking for my jersey right now.
Yeah, they said it's a collector's. Do you still got the jersey?
It's my friend's. It was
Yeah, we need to
vintage,
auction it off.
No.
We need to auction the jersey off, get you and Papa Stat to sign it, and let
My
it be
dad
the
will not
first.
be signing it, and I won't either.
Yeah, that's the first auctionable item.
That won't be happening, y'all. But that being said, Tom Brady's advice to the rookies, how do you feel about it?
It's really interesting. I like what Tom Brady said because he's letting people know that there's 53 players on a team, so it's really about trying to get the morale of everybody to win together. And sometimes when you got, like he was talking about with social media and everybody trying to pump their brand, trying to, get their name lit, that they lose the idea of camaraderie and trying to be a winner, because what it takes to be a winner is different than what it takes to be a star. And to be a winner, you got to bring everybody collective. You got to blend in and pause and all of those things to be a winner. But when you just trying to do your own thing, you could just go as wild as you want. That's what I think. And I think there's too many people trying to pump their brand and that's going to cause them to be losers and not champions.
Where was this at?
It was a luncheon that Michael Rubin put together with him and Jay-Z. I don't know the exact location.
What's up with y'all niggas with these luncheons and brunches and shit, man? What the fuck, big? Niggas be so excited to go to a brunch. You went to the brunch?
Yeah.
The luncheon now, Michael Rubin. What's his name, Michael Rubin?
Yeah.
He to go, now they're connecting Jay-Z and Michael Rubin. Brunch luncheon. Shit slowing down, get Tom Brady in.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna let it slide because there's been some football teams and
Did they swap Diddy out for Tom Brady in the brunch?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I never seen a group of men be so excited to go to brunch with niggas. Like, you went to the brunch? Oh no, it's not a brunch, it's a luncheon, nigga. You missed it. The brunch shit is over. It's a luncheon. It's all football players?
Yeah, the rookies.
All right, I'll let this slide. But so I think it's great motivation because these niggas trying to get to the NFL and all that other shit. When I see you other niggas, yo, did you see the new shit? Send it to me. Michael Rubin's new invite to some new lunch shit he got going on. You seen it?
I see some niggas say they ain't going.
Yo, niggas
are scared to go.
Super duper pause what I'm about to say. As grown men, you supposed to know how to give your man a 5. You don't, not below the waist. Niggas is, you know what I'm saying? Pause. Like, I ain't like that last luncheon I seen. I wasn't feeling that shit. I ain't like them hugs. You don't hug men like that.
How the young niggas say, what was it given?
It was given Shabba Ranks hump vibes. Like, I'm not into that.
See-through tank tops.
Yeah, like the new shit, Sin sent it to me like 2 days ago. They got some new shit, Michael Rubin, I guess, where he sent everybody gifts, Neiman Marcus bags or some shit as an invite. And I'm like, think you could buy me at your brunch? He's like, yo, you sending niggas red bottoms, nigga?
Like they baddies?
Yeah.
Niggas got their baddies bag.
Yeah, like, oh shit, we gotta go. He sent us a bag from Neiman Marcus. I be like, cause you know why? Listen, I ain't been there. But when I see the videos, I just see mad niggas.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I like to be around females, me personally. I know half these niggas, like, and no disrespect to the guys who go, who's my friends and all that. Y'all got a different agenda than me, so I understand. But why am I going to hang out with niggas that I know that I be seeing from time to time? Like, yo, oh yeah, he said get it all white too. I ain't jacking all that.
PT, did you get a bag?
Word, nigga sent nigga a bag from Neiman Marcus as an invite. Nah, come on, man.
PT said he didn't want a bag.
Yeah, P know he cut from my cloth, nigga. Like, yo, you think you could get me with a Neiman Marcus gift bag?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't miss this.
He's supposed to be offended that somebody sent him that bag.
Yeah, man. So I guess, I mean, for the rookies and all that, I'm kind of can't really even get into the question because all I hear when you name these people is brunch and luncheons and the invitations they giving other grown men and the other niggas is like, ooh. Luncheon.
Biggie boys, brunches and lunches.
Yeah.
Interviews by the pool.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And don't get me wrong, if you go into network politics or see some friends you ain't seen in a while, pardon me, maybe I'm out the loop. But maybe they just not taking pictures of the females who there because I always see 17 niggas hugging each other with this pose right here, with their hand up and their arm around somebody like this. I don't be seeing none of the chicks, so I be confused about it, but each his own. But I guess, I don't know if it's for the rookie quarterbacks and if you need somebody to come talk, I guess you can't get anybody better than Tom Brady. So, it's dope, I guess, that part of it.
Yeah, why don't they promote the ladies, though?
That's a great question, Murder. I just don't know. You know, yeah. They're focused on what?
They have to focus on the game.
No, we're not talking about the rookies people. We talking about these other lunches and brunches that be going on outside of the rookie shit. I understand
you mean
that.
I know what y'all are, okay.
Yeah, they be having this all the time. I see niggas in the Hamptons in all white with see-through blouses on. So come on, and they at the brunch.
Yeah.
I ain't knocking niggas. I ain't talking about none of my friends, but I definitely seen some weird outfits. And maybe that's the attire. I don't know.
Okay, well, given if you guys were in Tom Brady's position, right, giving advice to rookies, just in you guys' mindset, giving advice to rookie artists, what would that first piece of advice that you think you would give them?
Don't wear your belly out.
Pause. And don't get a toe ring.
Don't get a toe yeah. Oh,
That's it. No further comments.
What's the advice? I just heard Murder's advice I was adding on. What's the exact question? I just heard don't put your belly out and don't get a toe ring. He goes next. What's the exact question?
Okay, so if you guys were in Tom Brady's position, let's say it's not a luncheon, you guys are speaking at a conference to a whole bunch of rookie artists, what advice are you giving them?
Right now, see the whole shit with Tom, and listen, Tom, and that's the world we in right now. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. It's fucked up because a lot of times people remember you for the last thing you did. And Tom, 7-time Super Bowl champ, probably considered the best quarterback to ever do it. He just had a roast and all they was talking about how his wife fucking a karate teacher. Like, so when you sitting there listening to Tom get football advice, are you thinking about the karate teacher wife or are you thinking about Tom Brady, the quarterback? Because that roast was vicious. Every other comedian has something to say about, damn, Tom, you can't even beat your baby mom new boyfriend. Nigga, kick you in your face, nigga, karate teacher. So I don't know how the kids perceive it. We got to think, the reason I bring that up, and I'm not even being funny about that, I'm just talking about the attention span that people have. We got to think about how we seen Cam Newton fighting kids his last 2 or 3 camps. It's very disrespectful because he's a league MVP. He's been to a Super Bowl. He had an outstanding rookie career. Overall career, great, but it declined towards the end of his career. Now to the point where kids is talking to you crazy at your own camp. Disrespectful
swinging
shit.
on you.
Yeah, swinging on you to win, right? To win.
Change the whole perspective.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but we're in a place where the attention span is short and they're going off the last thing they see. So hopefully they're listening to what Tom Brady has to say. But if you're asking me what advice I would give to kids, you're saying?
Basically, yeah. Like, so instead of rookie, like, football players, artists who are entering the industry.
Yeah, don't have your belly out and don't wear no toe rings, nigga. That was correct now.
That was right. That was right.
Yeah, that was right. My bad.
Yeah,
we ain't have to double back on that.
Go to parties with more women.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my bad. We ain't have to full circle that. That was the correct answer.
Okay, well, now that you brought that up, now I'm curious on you guys' thoughts. So basically, after the roast, Tom Brady says he regrets doing it because of the impact that it will have on his children. What do you guys think about what he had to say about it? Do you guys think that he should have never done the roast to begin with?
Yeah, that's what we was basically saying because it changed the perception. I remember they was trying to pay me and Killa some money to go do what was that? It was a show. What was it?
What? Punk? What you thought? Recently or a while ago?
No, a while ago. It was
Years ago?
Nick Cannon.
Oh yeah, last year.
Yeah, they wanted us to
Out.
go on there. We was like, nah, we not doing that. That would have been like a roast.
That would have been, yeah.
Yep, Nick Wilding Out.
Yeah. And the lady just kept saying, more money, more money. We
they
said,
they kept offering us wild money.
Yeah, he said, nah, we can't do this.
Yeah.
This is going too crazy.
Because you know what it is when you have what it is for what Mase is talking about when it's for like Nick Cannon shit. And shout out to Nick Cannon.
Yeah, shout out to Nick Cannon.
What happens is this. When probably your whole adult life been taped or recorded or some personal information out there, this, that, and the third, and you go into a Wild 'N Out or you go into a roast or you go into a rap battle or whatever the case is, and your whole adult life been televised or written about, etc., and then you got to battle somebody you never seen, like, I can only snap on you about what I'm looking at because I don't know you. I don't know what the fuck you do, nigga. So we go like, say for instance, Wild 'N Out, nigga start talking about your ex-girl and the group and Dipset and Bad Boy and this, that, and the third name. We looking like, who this buck tooth? I don't know this nigga. We can't even get no homework on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? So as far as Tom Brady, should he have done it and the impact on his kids? That's what happened when you homeboy. And you ain't got nothing else to do. Yo, you want to do a roast where niggas just talk about you and they potentially talk about your wife, your kids, and everybody else, you with it? I guess, why not? Man.
He thought that they sold it to him as a great idea. You could tell because he went in there all gibbered till they started talking. You're like, wow, I signed up for this.
Right, exactly. Even when Ben Affleck came out, he came out paused from the back and then he looked at Tom Brady and said, wow, too much money in that board, you're going to do this shit? He looked at him like, wow, you really put up with this abuse for 2.5 hours? Life must be really fucking boring for you to come do this. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have did it if I was Tom. That's tough because it's no holds barred in a roast. You know, some people be like, nah, I ain't going to talk about that. That's off limits. It's no off limits. So,
it might be a white people's thing. I don't see me.
They did Flavor Flav for Flavor. They got some good roasts. Some of them are really good, really funny.
Okay. And then last thing before we wrap. So each Vegas Aces player was told they'd be rewarded $100,000 as a sponsorship from the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. But after the news broke out, they're now being put under investigation by the WNBA. So this was recorded, it's posted on a lot of social accounts. Now hearing that there will be an investigation, what do you think of an investigation even happening?
What is the investigation about again?
Basically, the money being sent to them. So there's not exact details as to why it's being investigated, but it's speculation whether the deal will violate their salary cap.
Who sent them the money?
It's the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, but it was going to be paid to their agent. So it's like a negotiated contract through their agents. They're all told that they'd be saving $100,000. And then by the Convention and Visitors Authority, they just want them to rep Las Vegas as they already are being Aces players.
That's a good little check. That's like a branding deal almost. Just rep where you from. So why they on the investigation?
That's my question to y'all.
That sound like hate in the highest form right there. So they're repping Vegas for the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, which is going to make more people come to the city, which is going to allow more money to be spent. Why shouldn't they partake in that? It sounds like to me they only want them to make money if Caitlyn is pumping it. They said, listen, you eat when Kayla eats. I see what y'all doing. Don't be spreading no money that Kayla didn't spread out here. You eat when Kayla eat. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't really be trying to be funny. It's just that's how it comes across.
This ain't college. Well, I think niggas got to stop with niggas getting money investigations. This ain't the NCAA. These women are professional basketball players, grown ass women. What the fuck you mean they're in an investigation because niggas throwing them some extra bread?
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
Like it's violating their salary cap.
Yeah, and that's the whole point because you know what it is? You're saying each player gets $100,000?
Yeah.
That's more than anybody else is making this year in 1 year's salary. So now they're like, oh, people gonna fuck it up. I mean, I'm not saying exactly how it's going, but if the highest paid player this season is making $76,000, $78,000, and now you get everybody on one team making $100, they're like, it's going to throw the pH balance off in the league, man. You got to figure this joint out. That's for y'all, the league. Get the people to do it for Vegas, for the Fever, for the Suns, for whoever the sponsor, so they can make some more money. I'm not mad at them making more money. You talking about they under investigation like this, the NCAA in 92. The fuck out. I'm telling niggas, I'm under investigation, fine. This has nothing to do with my salary. This has nothing to do with me coming to work and doing what I have to do. It's the same thing as if I went and got a check from Spalding or Wilson or Nike or whoever else. Why the fuck are we under investigation if I got a sponsor paying me for something else? Mase might be right. Caitlin ain't got nothing to do with it. Niggas trying to put I'm going to put cases on all y'all asses.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Training day. Yeah. Oh, for real? This is what we doing? Yeah. And that's crazy to think about, like, the money that they make and they play so hard. That's crazy.
And then I just want to clarify that the Aces team directly has nothing to do with it. This was negotiated with players and, the people offering the money. I think that they should get the money because why not? They're playing, they're killing it, the defending champs. WNBA is hot right now. This is life-changing money for them. They should get it. But we will see what happens as the investigation continues. But that's all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.